as we are off and running on EA Sports. Now Jones. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Packers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mason. That is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Throwing again, Mason. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Greatest show on earth,
Picked
baby.
off at the 30. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
They'll take over.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn, your anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
On the delay, Jones. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, it's Jones. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mason into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
I need to get my swag right
Picked
there.
off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the 2 winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these 2, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, who beat the Seahawks 28-23. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The 38-yard line.
Off play action. Mason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On second down now, it's Jones. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, Mason. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Mason's pass.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw on second down, Mason. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Now left side on the swing pass. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Looking to throw on second down. Mason. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Packers nothing.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off the bootleg. Mason rolling to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
On 1st down, Flowers. And now past another. And now running right through him. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Seattle.
Back to throw. Middleton wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. Middleton. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Flowers. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that'll set them back 5. Operating from the gun, Middleton, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 24-yard touchdown. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it is now 21-0.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 21, Packers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the 30.
On second down, it's Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Throwing on 3rd and long. Mason. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Sets up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Packers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for
Set
Seattle.
now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
All day, baby, all day. Check 26, check 26. Just me and you. It's just
throwing on first down. Mason. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Mason. And that is incomplete here. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mason eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. We want this. Mike 56. Mike 56. It's going to be a long day.
Operating from the gun. Mason. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Touchdown, Packers. Donovan Peoples-Jones. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers get a score closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And that's caught inside the 30.
They are not ready for us.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
57's Mike. Mike for the smash. Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
T. Higgins was the intended target. And now it's second down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute off it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Off the play fake. Mason. And he's going to go down again. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On now is the Packers punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken at around the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Middleton going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They went with the nickel look defense. there didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
To throw on 3rd down, Mason. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again. Middleton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
To number 86. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Operating from the gun. Middleton. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And Jones has it over the middle. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mason. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. It's caught. Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 30. And I think the ball's out. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Middleton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
Number 29.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 4th down, Middleton. And this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2nd and inches at the 31-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Mason. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Mason. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Packers 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Mason. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Mason. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun, Mason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check safety. Panther 60.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right. Interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Hey. 4 down.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 51's Mike. Mike's 51. Watch the run. Watch the run. He's checking. He's checking. He's hiking. 18. Buffalo 18. Go.
Looking to throw. Middleton going for Metcalf. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one, as that lead just swells and swells. Look, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. A good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Quit talking about it and bring it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Cowboy 80.
On 1st and 10, Middleton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you. 18 rattle.
Back to throw. Middleton. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Off play action. Mason. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check tight. Hey, check my time.
Off the play fake. Mason sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. He's at the 40. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Middleton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Off play action. Middleton going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Mason. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Mason. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. T. Higgins was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Final score, Seahawks.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on.